Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take the Magellan TRX7 CS Pro. We're going to take it out, try it out. I'm trying it out for the first time actually off-road or back-roading. So we'll take it out and make a track with it, and I can upload it to the Magellan TRX site. And then you guys could get on there and view it and go on the trail if you want. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to make a, I call it the Star Holler Flag Springs Loop down here in southwest Missouri. So we're ready to go. As you can see here, got the wife, got my guard dog right here, Boo Boo. She's a new addition to Woodzman Adventures. Don't she look mean? She's ready to go. We got the TRX7 CS Pro right here, and I've already got it on the maps. So I've got it all set up and ready to go. Click on map. You can see where we're at. Now what I like to do when I go on the back roads is I like to zoom way out as far as I can, but still see the roads. Click on this, I can center it. Now zoom out. And I like to zoom out as far as I can, but still see all the roads, like right there. So you can see, I can still see all the little roads, even the driveways. That way I can see far ahead of me to know where the next turn is. And it, if you zoom in one more time here, you can see how much bigger it is. So what we're going to do is go down through here, and then we'll start recording the loop when we get to the spot. And all we have to do is hit this record button right here, and then I can add the layers if I want. Also, you can also click on this and record video of it. So if we click on the camera, brings up here. There's the camera. Of course, it's shining on the garage door right now. And you can turn off the maps if you don't want the gauges if you don't want the gauges on there. You can set it to 480 or 720p video. We ain't worried about recording the video right now. We just want to make a track. So let's go do it. Now I have this thing mounted by the RAM track system. You can see I have my cell phone on one. This is for my GoPro or whatever camera I use. Then I put my Magellan on here. And now you can mount this Magellan TRX7 Pro with this suction cup mount, and it does work good. This thing holds it solid. That's what we've always used until we got this RAM mount track system, which is a lot better. Okay, we're going to start the track. We're here at this. There's an intersection right down here. We're going to go to the right. When we come back, we'll be coming right here to the same spot to start the loop of this track. So what we want to do now is go ahead and hit record and get it started. So when we start going, it'll start dropping little breadcrumbs or whatever you want to call it, little dots on there to show the track that you're recording. You can see my reflection. The sun's pretty bright, so it's actually showing my reflection pretty bad. Okay, right here you can see maybe there's actually one dot so far. There'll be another one underneath the arrow. But we're at a creek crossing already right here. So we want to add this creek crossing. So we click on waypoint. We can put water and show that there's a creek crossing here. Obstacle supplies, caution, campsites. You can put different things. Scenic spots, so if there's a good overlook, you can click that and add that. So we want to save that. Now we've added that one to the log. You can edit this waypoint after you're not recording, when you're not moving and recording. Then you can edit it and say what this waypoint is that you just added. So we'll go across this one and see what comes up next. Okay, we've went a little ways now. Looks like we have went 1.8 miles, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. We want to do another waypoint here because this is a nice scenic spot where you drive under these cliff overhangs, so it's really cool. So we'll do scenic spot, and then later on we can even add a picture if we want. So we want to save that, and it puts our click here. See, it put a little camera on the screen. That means that's where the scenic spot is. So we'll go through here and we'll go on down. There'll be some more creek crossings on this road too. There's several actual creek crossings on this loop. There's some water dripping right here off the rocks. But this is a pretty neat spot people need to come see, especially if you're local. You want to do a good drive. And this drive is something you can do in a two-wheel drive. You don't need four-wheel drive. Now, the water crossings, a lot of them will be dry right now. But when I put water crossing on here, always remember these creeks are real bad when it rains, about flash flooding. So the water crossings could be impassable. But right now they won't be. Okay, 2.3 miles and we come to a little paved road, so we're going to go south here and then we'll come back on Flag Springs Road. I'll mark this as a waypoint, and just in case I decide to put something on it. And I don't know what to put it as, maybe general.
What's that? Direction?
Directions. I don't know. We'll just put it as general now. I'll see what I can do later. But at least I got marked this highway. And we'll go across the bridge here. Now this is just a bridge, so I'm not going to mark this one as a creek crossing. Okay, we're going to mark this as scenic because it's a really beautiful spot with the creek. She's marking it as scenic, and then click save. And there's a lot of times water coming off these rocks and big icicles, especially in the winter. We've seen some real nice ones here a while back. And a beautiful little creek down here. So we marked this spot as scenic. Okay, this is where we turn on to Flag Springs Road, so we're going to mark another waypoint here, general, and save it. And this is, you can see here, Mike's Creek Road and Flag Springs Road. So up through here there's a lot of creek crossings, and this is where I was saying if it's been raining a lot and wet, it can be pretty muddy, and it can be you may not be able to cross the creek crossings, but normally you would not need a four-wheel drive. So you can see here now, after we went quite a ways, the little dots on the screen, and you can see where it leaves a trail of where we've been. So it's really cool. We're going to go all the way up this road here.
Smurf poop.
We can move this, yeah, Smurf poop or Pac-Man tracks. But we're going to go all the way up this road here and come back on another paved road, and we'll go back to where we started at. You notice after I've moved this screen, I can actually zoom up, you can see the road better. After I move that screen like that, if I hit this right here, it'll recenter me back on track to where I was. And I have mine set to track up, so it's pointing the direction I'm going on the track. I don't like the north up because it's, you know, it's not going the way that I'm traveling. So here we go. We're going to go on up through here and make some more. This is a real pretty spot with lots of cedar and glades, and the road right now is kind of soft and there's a lot of potholes, but it's actually not too extreme. It's a great dual sport ride, Jeep drive. Take the top off in the summertime and it's real nice up through here and enjoyable. You also got Flag Springs shooting range up ahead a few miles. So if you go slow, this route takes a little while, but it's worth the drive. Okay, so here we are at another one. This is a creek crossing that can flood over big time, so she marked it as water, and we got the waypoint saved. You can see this creek down here. It's not much water in it now, but it can get up pretty good, and actually you couldn't even drive here because it's over the top of the Jeep when it gets to rolling. So that's the first creek crossing on Flag Springs Road. I guess you would be west and headed east on Flag Springs Road. So here we go. We need to, somehow we must have bumped something, put it back on track. And now you can see there, we marked that flag back there, and you can see our water waypoint right here. Okay, now we're going to mark another. It's a low water crossing here, and this one actually, the cement is washed out, so it's gravel. So this one, when it gets bad, it can actually wash plumb out, and you can't cross it even after the water is down. That does happen. But they usually ain't but a day or so when they come and fix it up. So we got this one marked. We're heading on up the trail. There's a lot of sycamores down through this bottom. They're all up through here, which means mushrooms, but you gotta have permission on that land to go get them. Can't just take them. It's a beautiful day. It's actually says it's 55 degrees, and this is about our max speed, 11 miles an hour on these back roads.
Slower.
Sometimes slower, usually like 8. This is our max speed, it's about 11 or 10, 11 mile an hour. So we're cruising right along. Now we can actually push on this and it won't interfere with our recording. And you can see our speed right there, our odometer, 12 miles. Now that's not this trip here, but, and then current altitude. And then you can see the GPS coordinates right there if you want to just look at them and figure out where this is at. Click on this. You can change it 4 up or 2 up, 2 gauges, whatever you want. You'll go back to the map, and we're still recording. If you want to pause the recording for some reason, you can actually pause it right there and then start it back up. Okay, we're just going up through here. We're marking all the creek crossings. Well, like I said, there's several of them on this. Water, click save. And then this one's another one too that washes plumb out because it's gravel. This is kind of soft gravel, but it's actually not too bad to cross. It's worse when there's water going through it. And then we go up here for a little bit. Alright, we're marking another one. This one has a little bit of pavement here, but it's getting pretty bad shape. But this is a pretty cool creek. Check out them rocks right there. It's a pretty cool creek to stop and look at.
It's kind of scenic too.
Yeah, it's kind of scenic. It's got like little caves up in there. It's really cool. So we saved that one. Twice.
There's water and sink.
So we can actually edit the waypoint when we get done. Set all the stuff that we want on. I'll do that before I upload it to the TRX Trailhead online, and I'll post a link to TRX Trailhead where you can go and check out different maps, download maps, and look at the tracks and everything on there, and you can look at your stuff that you save on there or mine, as long as I add it to public, so everybody can look at it. Which there's another creek crossing here. This Flag Springs Road is full of creek crossings. This one's a cool one too, how the rocks are. Let's see, add that one there.
My seatbelt locked.
You see these rocks right here with these ditches in them. It's really cool. You can jump that with your dual sport if you're cool enough. I'm just not cool enough. This is where I lost my drone one time down here, playing around, and that took me a few days to find it off out in the woods, but I got her done. Now, one thing about this thing here is this is the TRX7 CS Pro. I'll be making a video of this different loop, but with the TR7 cam, and it's like the old TR7 that I had, only it has a camera on it. And this one goes to 720p HD. The TR7 cam has 1080p, so it has better video, but it's not ruggedized. So I'll put a link to both of them below, and you can choose which one. If you're just using a vehicle, you don't need ruggedized. You're not doing it a lot of dust and dirt and mud and water, then you'll be fine with the non-ruggedized version. Okay, here's another creek crossing. We're going to mark this one, then we're going to, after we mark it as water crossing, then we're going to get out here and look around. So what I want to do is pause this, and we'll have it pause. We'll start it back up when we get ready to go. Okay, so we're going to get back going. I'm wore out now from looking in the creek, so we want to hit record and get the track started back. This is I'm going to mark it as campsites because there is places you can camp up in here. This is Flag Springs, and she marked it as campsites. Now there is some roads you can drive to. Now they're white chat like that. Okay, so I marked the campsites, and then the shooting range is right up here. There's also a shotgun range up that road there. So if you're out and you want to go shotgun shooting or rifle or pistol shooting right here at this range. So I will mark this range when I get up here. Now this is a place where you can ride horseback. A lot of people come ride horseback on these trails out here, and there's no ATVs or nothing allowed, but you can ride a dual sport out on the roads out there. So here is the shooting range. We'll mark it on here. I guess just mark it general, and then I'll figure out something to call it later. Now save. Okay. And this is a good spot here. They got nice tables and everything if you like to do your shooting. And then the camping out here is not actually a campground, but there is places to camp where people do camp. Okay, we took a left on UU Highway. If we would have took a right there, that would be goes to 90 Highway, which is just a little ways from out of Washburn, Missouri, and we marked that one on the map. We're going to go down here. This road only goes as UU. A little ways it turns into gravel, and then we'll be back to where we started before long. Okay, now you can see that we're getting close to the end of our loop here. You can see our Smurf poop here, or breadcrumbs, going up here, and then here's our ones where we started the first creek crossing and made the loop. So we're about to it, and where they reconnect. If we back this thing out, you can see all the whole loop, all of the campsites, everything we marked, all the waypoints, the scenic views, and everything on the map. So we're going to click this back. That puts us back where we was. We'll go up here and finish the loop out. Alright, so here we are turning. That's the road where we started, going down that way. And this is where we started our loop. So we're going to stop it right here and finish it out. So we want to click pause. And this is the finish. Click that checkered flag right there, Woodzman Adventures. I want to name it something different. I can rename it later. Woodzman Adventures Track 1. You can put on here what type of vehicles it's for, which is ATVs. I mean, all this stuff really, except for we don't have much snow. Whether you need four-wheel drive, four-load, dirt, terrain, you can change all the settings: sand, ice, water, rocks, the pitch, the Jeep, difficulty ratings, all the ratings, put comments below and everything. So right now I'll just save it as this, and then we will, well actually let's just go ahead and rename it here. If we click on this, we can back it up, and we want to name this Star Hollow Flag Springs Loop. Click the check mark. Now we got a name, so we want to save it. When I get home, I can actually edit everything the way I want it. It shows dirt miles is 16.7. Time recorded was 1 hour and 7 minutes. And then I'll upload this after I get everything edited onto the Magellan TRX trailhead, and you can go check it out yourself. Alright, that finished it out. So I wanted to show you, when you get done, you can click on this. It goes into your journal, and you can see your tracks. So I want to click on this one right here. It's loaded it up and shows it. Now you can edit it. Click on edit, and you can change things. If you want to delete some of these waypoints, you can delete these. Click on it and then click the trash can, deletes it, and then save it. Okay, I clicked on cancel. Now I want to go back and back. I want to go in my settings, and I am connected to the internet, so I want to go in here and manual sync, and this will sync to TRX web. So this will put this one on my account, on the TRX Trailhead account. Click OK, and it's going to sync it. Then I can go on to there and check it out. Sync complete. Click OK. Now I can close this thing down. TRXtrailhead.com. I've logged on here into my account. You can go to your account. You can change lots of things on your account. You can edit your profile. It shows my different badges of things I've done. And you can go to your journal, and in the journal it will show that track that we just done, because I uploaded it from the TRX7 CS Pro, and this is it right here, which you can actually see it on the map because it shows it right here And these are other trails, different trails, not that I've done, but you can see the town of Exeter, Sleeman, Cassville, and you can see where this map is. Now, I can publish this, and everybody will be able to use this. Okay, what I want to do first is go in here, and you click on this, and I can click on Edit Track. So once we're in here to edit the track, we can click on one of these waypoints, or see I clicked on this scenic spot. This is a water crossing. Down here, we can go and edit. We can add a photo. We can do an audio recording. We can add the comments here saying anything about this scenic spot. And over here you can see where I've done my comments, and then I can click publish. So you can go through and edit each one of these, which is really cool. And we're not going to right now, but I'll do it. And then when I publish it, you'll see my edits. So that's all there is to it. You want to check out this, check out, I'll put the links below to the both of the TRX7 CS Pro and the TR7 Cam, and you can check these out. And these are great things to use. I've used Gaia GPS, and it works pretty good, but there's nothing like a standalone GPS unit for off-road like the Magellan TRX off-road GPSs. They are fabulous. I really like them. I've used them for a long time. We use them every time we go back roading, actually. And they're great to find trails and roads that you've never explored before. So check them out. Thank you all for watching Woodsman Adventures. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Right on.